Who decides how much money each family member gets in a wrongful death case? Hey, everybody. This is Frank Spector, frankspectorlaw.com, medical malpractice lawyer in Maryland. Before we get into today's video, please hit that subscribe button. That really helps me out, and it also lets you take advantage of all of my future videos. I did another video before, which I'm going to link up here, which is in a wrongful death case, who can bring the case? Now we're talking about having the right family members, and the question is, who decides how much money each one gets? Okay, so there's two answers to that. First, let's talk about if the case goes to a jury. If the case goes to a jury, there will be a verdict sheet, and that verdict sheet will have questions that the jury has to answer. And part of that will be a line for each family member, and evidence will be presented to the jury about the relationship that each one had with the deceased. And it will be up to the jury to determine how much, if any, each family member gets. But most cases don't go to trial. Most cases settle out of court. So if a case does settle out of court, how does that calculation of who gets what get decided? So at the beginning of the case, it's important to understand an important thing. We as the lawyers, we can't make that decision for you. We can't decide how much money each family member gets. So at the beginning of the case, what we're going to ask you to do is sit together as a family and decide how much each person's going to get or what percentage each person's going to get. Again, we as the lawyers, we can't get involved in that, and we can't give you any advice about that. That's going to have to be a decision that you make as a family. So at the beginning of the case, that's what we're going to ask you to do. And we're going to ask you to put that in writing. Then we will move on with the case. And at the end of the case, if there is a settlement and there is money that's distributed, that money will be distributed according to the percentages that you agreed upon. So that's a little bit of information on this video about how it gets decided, what family members get what. Just to summarize, in a jury, the jury decides that. But in a settlement, the family is going to have to decide how much each person is going to get before we begin the case. If you like this video, again, please hit the subscribe button. Be able to take advantage of all my future videos. I'll have my contact information below. And if you have any questions about wrongful death, please give me a call. I'll be happy to speak with you.